Over here, stranger. Got something that might interest you.
Hola, and welcome everybody. Mi nombre es Zion. Let me enlighten you and explain to you why you and your friends should be hyped to be playing Wurthering Waves. I have made sure to keep myself composed without sounding too hyped, so buckle down and let me explain to you why you should be hyped for Wurthering Waves. But before we speak about Wurthering Waves, let me take you back in time. A time where there was no Genshin, we never hit main media in the gacha community, and it was a really niche category in the gaming community. Well, in NA it was really niche. I won't explain all the mobile games that I played, but I will only speak of 3 gacha games. Brave Frontier, Fire Emblem Heroes, and Azure Lane is what I'll show and explain to you how the gacha games were back in the days.
これがあんたの答え？どうしようかな。鈍感な指揮官様、もう何にも本気にならない昔の私じゃないのよ。私を変えたのは誰なのか忘れたのかしら。
This was basically our norm in the gacha space, and trust me when I say we ate the hell out of it. We gotta talk about 2 games that came out and started the shift towards where we are today. Honkai Impact 3rd and Punishing Grave Raven. They were both stunning looking games to not only play, but to journey into the story and the lore. But to me, there was only one glaring problem though. I'm going to be honest with you. For those type of games, I refuse to play that shit on my phone. Well, back then, mostly because my phone sucked. But when I play those games, I wanted to be on a console or at least on PC. I saw a few ads here and there for Honkai Impact 3rd, and I know some people are saying that PGR didn't have any ads. But I do remember that one time on YouTube I did saw an ad. But I guess they didn't try pushing hard enough. Or maybe around that time, people don't really want to play gacha games. Because I know now people do want to play gacha games. Like, you see them everywhere on YouTube. But back then, it was, you don't really see a lot, especially for like PGR or Honkai Star Rail. Well, what I seen, I didn't saw none of that. I remember around 2016, maybe 18 or 19, there was some type of push towards gamers to never play gacha games because they were like casinos or scamming games. I'm not saying they aren't, but if you're in the gacha space, well, 1, we have an addiction towards getting a character, and 2, we pretty much know not to put down money. Well, we try not to put down a lot of money. Unless you're a whale, then you can do whatever you want. Now, I'm not saying that the game I show suck. Does it become boring? Yes. But if I were to show you a clip, pretty sure this will help. Of the feeling of playing a gacha game that you know that sucks ass.
Boundaries. I mean, somebody at the end of the day had to fucking make a game that was gonna be as graphically intense. Because, dude, I'm fucking tired of playing these fucking disgusting ass looking mobile games all the time. Now, it's different when it's done stylistically, like for example, Arknights, where they do 2D like intentionally, but it's really gross when you just know they're making it look shit because they want it to be as universal as possible in order to net the most profit. Yes, I understand it's a business and you need to make profit, but like, Jesus Christ, man. Some games like Hero Wars, I mean, that shit looks like dog shit. Some of y'all might be caught up.
I personally feel when it comes to talking about Wurthering Waves, you kind of have to bring up Genshin Impact. Like when a new MMO comes out, you bring up like WoW or FF14. Can also be said when a monster catching game comes out, it will be compared to Pokemon, even though they're not exactly the same type of gameplay. When I first played Genshin, it was pretty amazing. Playing it with my friends, running around, doing stupid activities. But now in 2024, it's pretty much lonely out here. Going to be honest, I haven't really played after I got Farina. I just pretty much play more of the story, less of exploring. And all the things that we wish in 1.0 hasn't been realized because, well, we pretty much know that they don't really give a shit about us. They only select the most insignificant things that we don't even care about, and they put it in like the developer knows, I think that's what it's called, and they just give it to us as if we just wanted that. And the majority of the families don't even give a shit about it, let alone we even ask for it. I'm pretty sure they literally just picked one person. Probably no one's not even from NA. They didn't even chose them. They didn't even care. And I think the worst part is that when we get events, you don't get nothing good. It's usually just like what something we get like if we're like event rate 20. I'm pretty sure the majority of us is like around 60, 50 plus at least, and we get shitty rewards. It's just in Genshin, it's all about exploration. If I were to really dumb it down, and I love to explore, but I'm not gonna lie. When I got to the desert in Sumeru, my enjoyment of it just died. But then I came to the realization: when I explore in Genshin Impact, what am I really exploring for? Because at least in Elden Ring, when I go explore, I can find like a new weapon, a new item, a skill I can use. Shit, in Genshin Impact, when I do get a skill, like a new elemental, it's pretty much ass. The only one that's good is the Dendro Traveler. I know I sound really negative about Genshin, but I really hope you understand that I'm not saying it because I hate Genshin. I'm more saying it is that I wanted to change to not just bring me back, but to give me a reason to actually want to explore in that game. Probably just, I don't know, I'll probably just, if I were to explore, it might just because of the music or I don't know, for any reasons. But I want them to give me a reason to explore, and that's pretty much it about the exploration part. Tower of Fantasy. I remember how it was going to be a Genshin killer, and I found that pretty funny because of how many times we hear the word killer, but nothing was really going to kill it to begin with. Unless the company kills itself. That's pretty much what everyone will always say. I will keep this short about Tower of Fantasy. I was okay on playing it. I had to stop because, I don't know, something was off about it. It's to this day, I still can't point why it still feels off. Every time I look at it, or when I play it, just something about it. Also, to me, I cannot compare Tower of Fantasy to Genshin Impact because it was considered a MMO that to me didn't feel like an MMO, and Genshin Impact is more like a single player with some co-op in it. Also, can I say something real quick about that? How the hell are you gonna add co-op in Genshin but make it really restrictive? You go play with your friends, and then you can't talk to an NPC because someone's in your world. You can't do this because someone's in your world. It was very, very annoying. The one thing I can say that you compare Tower Fantasy and Genshin Impact is that they're both anime type games. That's the only thing I can probably say you can compare about Honkai Star Rail. I don't really want to do a deep dive on HSR right now, but I will say this. For a turn-based game, it is doing really well. This is the first time in my time in the gacha space where I actually put down money for a character. I usually just go for the battle pass or supply pass, but I'm really enjoying this game. That's all I'm gonna say about Honkai Star Rail for right now. Alright, after all my yapping, took me 10 minutes to get to this point. Now we're going to discuss about Wurthering Waves. The reason I made this somewhat scuff history of mobile games, well, specifically on gacha, is to show how much it changed through the years, and how I personally feel that, to me, Wuthering Waves can be really successful, and also another stepping stone for gacha and later games down the line that may come out in the near, well, obviously in the near future. If you follow Wuthering Waves or at least heard anything about it, I'm pretty sure you guys know that we just hit 30 million pre-registrations, which is pretty amazing. And with amazing news, we're getting amazing rewards. Alright, time to tell you why you should at least give Wurthering Wave a try. Quick disclaimer, no, I am not sponsored by Wurthering Waves. This is just me doing it out of my free will. The combat and the bosses look amazing. I haven't tried none in the beta, mostly because I was not accepted as a beta, which sucks. I already see people saying that Genshin combat is better than Wuthering Waves, but to me, I want a game that makes me feel like I'm playing Devil May Cry. Like those type of games. And it looks so close to what I'm seeing it. I just want to play it. I watched someone said they heard that some of the bosses will make you try, like a Soulsborne try. And if that's true, then oh my god, I am down to play. I'm excited. Oh wait, hold on, I gotta calm down. I really can't wait to try, and I don't know if I'll rage a few times, but killing the boss has been a pain in my ass will feel so good when I kill him. Another thing I know people like to compare is Wuthering Waves characters. That they don't look better than Genshin, which is kind of true, yes. But this is their first batch of characters. They'll live and learn and make new characters that live up to your standards, or you will eventually get used to their style. The exploration and world style. I'm going to be upfront. I love to explore in games. Either it comes to exploring from Elden Ring to exploring from Hollow Knight. I just love to explore and learn the world and kill shit and get rewards from it. And to me, Wuthering Waves look like the go-to game to explore and have fun. I do remember people hate how gloomy it looks when they played in the first beta, or when you see any of the trailers they did back then. But after like the second or third beta, I think they improved a lot. Not to like a lot of people's standards, but to me, I feel like it hits the right mark. I don't know, maybe I'll give like a further update once I get into the game. But for right now, I feel like I kind of like how it looks. I like a little bit gloominess. If the lighting just hits right, and the music is hitting good, then it's good for me. And I feel like it should be good for you too. Okay, this is the main reason why you should care to test and play. And it's not even in the game, it's more of the out of the game. The devs actually heard and changed a lot of the visuals and characters in the game, but also rewrote the story from the players' feedback. When devs take their time to change and update or improve their game because of the players' feedback, to me it's a healthy relationship between us and them, and it makes us more forward for the next major update. To me, this is a definition of Genshin could never. And I don't usually say that, but it's just one of those moments where I feel like you can literally say Genshin could never. For me, the only thing I am excited for are the co-ops and shiny hunting. I love to shiny hunt. And I also saw in one of the dev talks that we can explore with friends while shiny hunting. That is something me and one of my friends can do while we wait for the next major update. And to me, it gives me more of a reason why I'm more excited to do things in co-op than I do in other games. Well, in other gacha or co-op games. I'll also be a little bit realistic here. I know we hit 30 million registrations, but I'm pretty sure the first month we're gonna have like a skyrocket amount of people playing and then it's just gonna drop. That is usually what happens when you play any type of MOBA or just any video games in general. But I can say that they will have longevity in the gacha space, and they can find their foothold to improve in later updates. So it's not like it's gonna die. But I'm pretty sure there's gonna be a lot of clickbait videos that's gonna say that the game's dead in a month or something like that. Alright, we're pretty much at the end of my long ass story, so I'll end on a few things. Right now, there's an event going on their website where you can get a free 5-star echo. That it will end on June 6th. So you pretty much have a lot of, pretty much like a month left. So I say you should just do it now and just get it, if you're willing to have the time to do so. And this time of recording is going to be ready within a few hours, so I am excited to play it. By the time someone's seeing this, I'm pretty sure the game's already out. But hey, you should still try it out. If you're so iffy on, if you want to try Wurthering Waves, let me just be the first one to push you and just say go ahead and try. It's not going to hurt you. You might like it, you might hate it, but one thing is certain, at least you gave it a try. I'm not going to convince anybody who already hates Wurthering Waves to give it a try, because if you already hate it and you're not even willing, then there's no point for me to even try to convince you. I'm sorry. So, I know you're hearing the music right now. Let me just tell you, oh my freaking gosh, I'm happy. That is none other than Will. I've been hearing his music since he sang the song Servant of Evil, and I just been loving his voice with music, so I'm happy that he's in a cover. And God bless your soul if you sat down watching the live stream live. I'm so sorry for you. Oh no. Oh, I'm so sorry. I just want to say thank you for watching. It took me a while, but I'm really happy how it came out. Be sure to follow me, where I will make more content for Wurthering Waves and also Honkai Star Rail in future videos. Be sure to leave a comment, or if you want to react, then go ahead, I don't mind. Because I'm very curious on anyone's inputs, or any criticisms are welcome. It's one way for me to help me improve, so none other than that. Buenas noches, mi amigos.